Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to unpack a story that's really about human connection,
Hmm.
dedication, and the kind of impact one person can actually have.
Mm.
We're diving into the story of a fitness coach, Tyler Wall. It's deeply moving, but also incredibly inspiring, and his legacy just keeps resonating.
Yeah.
And for you, someone who really values fitness and health, this isn't just about some weight loss challenge. It's more about those like invisible threads, right? The human connection stuff that powers real change.
Absolutely.
We've pulled together some fascinating sources, forum talks, personal stories, official notices,
Mm.
all kind of swirling around that recent MrBeast video. I bet a lot of you have probably seen it.
Right. And what we have here, it's not just a dry list of facts. It's more like a tapestry woven from all these different viewpoints,
Yeah.
personal thoughts, confirmed details, all about this one really impactful event. So this deep dive, we're focusing on understanding Coach Tyler Wall's influence, the essence of it, and also the circumstances around his tragic passing.
Yeah.
But we're sticking strictly to the info we have in the sources, keeping it objective, respectful.
Gotcha. So where does this whole thing really kick off in the sources we looked at?
Well, it seems to center around that MrBeast video, doesn't it? Lose 100 lbs,
Yeah.
win $250,000.
Right, that one. And the main participant, Majd Khader, the whole setup, for those who maybe didn't see it, was this super intense challenge. Majd had to lose a lot of weight, totally isolated in this training facility.
Yeah, it sounds incredibly tough, like a really solitary journey.
Totally. And that prize, $250,000, huge incentive.
Mm.
But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The real heart of the story, the thing that connected with so many people,
Mhm.
it wasn't just Majd's physical change.
No, it was Coach Tyler Wall.
Exactly. He wasn't just, some hired trainer yelling orders. The sources, they really paint this picture of Tyler as a true partner, like almost inseparable from Majd on this crazy journey.
And what jumps out right away when you look at the material is just how unique Tyler's coaching style was. And that relationship, the bond he built with Majd.
Mm-hmm.
You see descriptions like people saying he could make you believe in yourself even when you were at your lowest, that kind of thing.
Wow.
And their incredible bond. It wasn't just words on a page. Apparently, you could feel it through the screen. It turned what could have been just another challenge video into something much deeper emotionally.
Yeah, I remember seeing clips.
There's that specific moment people keep mentioning where Tyler's laughing with Majd, telling him, like super enthusiastically, "You're gonna crush this, man."
Right.
And it didn't sound fake or forced. It felt like genuine belief, like he was actually transferring his conviction to Majd. Viewers picked up on that. It says a lot about their connection and Tyler's authentic spirit.
And that connection, that ability to really see Majd and give him that belief, it makes what happened next just so much more heartbreaking, doesn't it?
It really does.
Because halfway through filming this thing, tragedy just strikes out of nowhere. The news apparently just hit everyone like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Wall was found deceased in his apartment, Greenville, North Carolina. The sources point to February 18th, 2025. He was only 38.
Yeah, though it's worth noting there is one other account that mentions February 9th, 2025. A slight discrepancy there.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
But regardless, the news was just devastating, obviously for Maynard, who's still stuck in isolation, right?
Absolutely. Can you imagine?
And for the MrBeast team, too. The sources say they actually thought about not releasing the video at all. The emotional hit was that big.
Yeah. And addressing the cause of death specifically,
Mm-hmm.
we need to be careful and neutral here. It's sensitive.
Definitely.
The sources consistently say his death was sudden and unexpected. That's the phrase used. And his family, understandably, they chose to keep the exact cause private.
Which is
Yeah.
totally their right.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And that decision's been widely respected online, which is good to see. Now, you do see speculation out there, Reddit, X, people throwing around theories. Maybe health stuff, maybe something else.
Right, the internet being the internet.
Exactly. But look, this deep dive, we're not adding to that. We have to respect the family's privacy. We're focusing only on what's confirmed in the sources.
Makes sense.
What matters for this story is the fact of his sudden passing and the huge impact it had, especially on Majd.
Okay, so let's shift focus a bit. From the sadness of his passing to, well, the kind of person Tyler Wall actually was. Beyond just this one challenge, the picture you get is pretty inspiring.
It really is.
Details from his obituary, other accounts, they paint this picture of a really vibrant guy from Salvington, Connecticut originally, got a bachelor's in arts from UConn.
Which, yeah, maybe a little surprising for a fitness coach, but it hints at something broader, right?
Totally. And he loved to travel, apparently. Saw the world. soaked up different cultures. Huge hip-hop fan, too. Little details, but they kind of suggest the experiences that shaped his empathetic coping style.
Mm-hmm. Adds layers.
But the core thing, the mission that comes through again and again, is that he was someone who poured his heart into helping others become their best selves.
That phrase really stands out.
Yeah. Coaching people, not just in the gym, but in life. You know, keeping them grounded, pushing forward, and it may be the biggest thing, believing in themselves.
It's right after his passing, when he's not physically there anymore, that his legacy just shines so brightly through Mad's journey.
Yeah, think about it. Madge isolated for, what, nearly 6 months? Dealing with intense physical stuff, mental strain, and the unbelievable grief of losing his coach.
Crushing.
The sources say he had nothing but healthy food, workout gear, and Tyler's coaching, even though Tyler was gone.
It wasn't just finishing a task at that point, was it? It became something more, honoring his mentor.
Exactly. The emotional weight must have been immense. And yet, Majd didn't quit. He kept grinding.
Incredible resilience.
And the fact that he did lose over 100 pounds comes out on day 178, and the first thing he does is dedicate it all to Tyler, saying, without Coach Wall, I wouldn't have been able to do this.
Wow. That just speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It shows how deep Tyler's methods, his belief, his spirit had gotten into Lodge.
Yeah.
It allowed Majd to push through purely on mental strength, drawing on everything his coach had given him.
And that impact, it wasn't just Majd, right? The ripple effect seems huge.
Oh, definitely. It goes way beyond that one challenge. His story, you see in the forum posts, other accounts, it still inspires people.
Yeah, the tributes online, on X, Reddit, people calling him a legend.
Right. And it's clear from those messages he had this real gift for making everyone feel like they mattered.
Even people who barely knew him, like maybe met him once at a workshop or something.
Exactly. Or just knew him online. That kind of genuine connection, making someone feel seen, heard, capable, it's pretty rare.
It really is. It shows his coaching was way more than just physical reps and sets. It was personal, human.
And this is where it gets really interesting and relevant for you listening. Tyler's whole philosophy, it really went beyond just physical training.
How so?
Well, his approach reminds us that real coaching, real mentorship in anything, actually, it's more than just the mechanics. It's not just about exercises or meal plans.
Okay.
Tyler's genius, it seems, wasn't just in the workouts. It was in that radical belief transfer he managed. He didn't just cheerlead. He seemed to actually instill this deep conviction in his clients.
Making them believe it even when they doubted themselves.
Exactly. This whole person approach building confidence, nurturing the spirit that's just as vital as the physical work, especially for someone passionate about their health journey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
His legacy shows that the best support looks at the whole picture, body and mind, equally important.
So, thinking about this, what does it all mean for you? You know, someone listening who's maybe on their own fitness path or just starting out. Tyler's story, it really slams home that the biggest changes, the ones that stick, often come from that deep human connection, that unwavering belief.
Right. It's not just about pushing harder physically.
No, it's about that mental, that emotional foundation he helped build. And that belief, maybe it comes from a coach like Tyler, maybe a friend, maybe even from finding it inside yourself.
Yeah, cultivating it yourself.
His story is just this powerful reminder, isn't it? To really value the people who lift us up, who see something in us we might not see yet.
Definitely.
And it's also kind of a call to action, maybe, to bring that same spirit into our own lives, for ourselves and for others, you know, keep pushing forward, just like Tyler would have wanted.
Yeah.
So just to quickly wrap up our deep dive here, we've really looked into the impactful life of Coach Tyler Wall, his absolutely vital role in Majd's incredible journey in that MrBeast challenge, and of course, the profound sadness of him passing so young.
Mm-hmm.
But that sadness, it feels balanced by the enduring power of his legacy, the inspiration he still gives to so many people.
Indeed. Tyler Wall really showed that true coaching is so much more than physical training. It's about building mental strength, fostering self-belief.
Yeah.
His story is just this powerful testament, really, to how genuine connection and just believing deeply in others can leave this lasting mark. It proves that the biggest transformations often happen right there in the human spirit, that shared belief.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Coach Tyler Wall's story. It's really something.
It absolutely is. And it leaves us with a question, maybe for you to think about, considering your own journey, fitness or otherwise.
Okay.
How can you cultivate or maybe seek out the kind of deep, supportive, belief-instilling connection the kind Coach Tyler offered, Not just in fitness, but maybe in any area where you're looking for growth, for transformation.